Today we're going to talk about this whole Gizmek Inari buyout. We know how it was caused. Simo talked about the card. Everybody lost their mind because of the interaction with the barrier statues that you can do on today's format. We're buying out cards before sets are even circulating around right now. And I kind of wanted to talk about this weird phenomena and what's going on with this. So let's get on into this, shall we? People are actually under the assumption that Emancipator is not going to get hit next list. So I've been reading comments, and this ties in to the fundamental buyout that's going on with this set right now before things have even circulated. Konami has already sold their product. They don't care. There's no money to be left from Secret Slayers unless they reprint the set. Alright, so that's the first thing I want to say here. Alright, so Gizmek Inari has been found out. Oh, they found it out. So there's an interaction that you can do depending on how your opponent special summons. You can bring out a barrier statue from your deck. There's among an infinite other cool combos that you can do with this, but the barrier statue is the one that kind of sticks out in the metagame. My downside to wanting to play the water barrier statue, though, in the 1 in 1,000 chance that you run into Mermail, you sad face, you sad react that, or, just also opening up the barrier statue in your hand takes away from one less resource. It feels like it's a counterplay to a counterplay, but that's neither here nor there. It's an interesting idea, and you should be educated on how to play around it if it comes up. I think that's the biggest point outside of the general discussion here. So we get into this interesting point here. So I haven't seen this before, right? We haven't seen a point where one region gets a set massively before another, unless you count the OCG where they're always just in the future. But what we're seeing right now is Echo is not circulated in the US, and we got people that are already going on to the pre-sales on TCG Player, and they're already buying out this card en masse, which is, forcing an already absurd pre-sale price up to even higher. Now, the US isn't the only one that's felt this buyout. Germany, card market, has already also saw the Inari go up in price. But it's interesting because players at this point in time don't even have the access. Half of the population can't get these in their hands to physically play. But they're willing to guarantee the fact that they get these in their hands so they can play. Now here's the interesting thing about all of this, alright? So you are willing to spend money at this point for cards that you might not even get the chance to play the format. What do you mean, Robbie? Konami's not going to hit at Emancipator. There's no way. We have a ban list no sooner than June 1st, by the way. I'm going to love pointing this out. You guys remember when there was no competitive play and we got a ban list last time? Hey Black Dragon. Hey buddy, I'm looking at you. You have no significant value to Secret Slayers if they were to reprint the set, as you do nothing to extend out the strategies or the deep lining pockets of the Konami CEOs. You, my friend, I would not be touching Gizmek. Okay, so there's several things. Let's backtrack here. Alright. I know this is one of those bouncing thought videos, because there's a lot I want to say, and I don't know how to say it. I'm fine with spending money to play Eldritch later. I'm fine with spending money to have my Emancipator core. I'm not fine with spending money to counteract other strategies for things that might just be a short-lived window here at that point in time. You know what I mean? Like, Eldritch is eternal. Rocks getting off. Nice. And then you come into this point where you look at the tech choices of the format, and we're spending money for something that's a counterplay that might be countered, one, by a ban list, two, that might be counteracted by Supreme Toon Tier 0 format coming this June. That's, I guess, my point here. It's like, I'm cool with picking up the deck core because I'm going to play the deck core. I'm cool with all of this, but I'm not cool with a tech choice to counteract strategy. See what I'm saying? And then I bring up the Banlist point here. It's like, we don't even know if this cool strategy idea will be viable. Now somebody's going to comment and be like, well, I will have you know, Robbie, that I can play Inari Fox in any sort of strategy. And then at that point, I just want to make the argument. It's like, we're just playing more bricks in our brick house, our strategy of bricks here to kind of do things. I mean, hey, good news is the rock, right? So it's kind of where I am at this point. This metagame hasn't even developed. I get that people have money to spend right now because they're not eating out, they're not leaving their house. They wearing the hazmat suits because they're afraid. They got the mask on. I get it. All right, you get your package in the mail, you disinfect it, you let it set for about 4 days because you're scared, and then you open up that fresh pack of sleeves. By the way, I watched somebody spend $30 on expedited shipping for a pack of sleeves. Alright, that's a sub-note in this video. Things that you've heard that have been absurd, in addition to buyouts and things like that. Somebody actually, it was from my friend. The guy actually spent $30 to get a pack of sleeves expressed to his house. He just needed one pack of sleeves, man. Needed it next day to do him. That's hilarious to me. Market, I ask you this. We have no events at this point in time. We are generally on the grasp of hopefully getting locals back by late June, early July. If you're lucky, some stores aren't going to allow it. All right, some stores will probably allow you to wear a mask. I could imagine having to wear gloves while playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And then it comes down to the sleeves plus the gloves. Extra protection. Now, but when we get back to locals and things, you're buying these Inari Foxes to counteract the other players. Well, you have to remember, not everybody was able to buy an Emancipator core. I almost feel like you're buying for regional level competition when we're not going to have regional level competition anytime soon. All right, like the metagame has developed, yes, and it's developing at a very good rate. But some of these counter choices that we're starting to see develop here are regional level. And we're on the cusp of another ban list. If you personally ask me, I think Konami dropping another ban list would be a fantastic addition to the game. I know a lot of people are literally like, they're up in arms. They're like, they're not going to hit an Emancipator. You're stupid. You're stupid. You're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. See no evil, speak no evil, hear no evil. These kind of people. And it's like, just shoot the block dragon in the leg, get rid of it, and we simply fix things. All right? I know that they don't have results to look at, but you can't tell me that they haven't gotten emails, they haven't heard complaints about block dragon. I don't believe, and this is me giving a little bit more hope to Konami here and things like that, in terms of everything. They have to be aware of this interaction. They're not stupid. But we'll have to wait and see. So go spend your money, pick up all the Gizmech and Naris that you want, go back to locals and see that you're the only one with an Emancipator deck, because Sally, Fred, Joe, Timothy the Third, McFree, they don't have these decks. And they just actually recently got their needle fibers because they haven't been able to leave their house. And you're over here trying to counteract about 2 months in advance for what's to come. I know that happens a lot in this game, and I'm not dogging on a lot of players for being that far ahead of the curve, but the cards aren't even out yet here. Calm down. The need for people to spend money right now is absurd. Like, it's probably the most hilarious thing I've seen. Is Cabin Fever really done that much damage to the psyche of these Yu-Gi-Oh players? I guess. Looking at the state of the market right now, if you told me that there were actually investors from Wall Street, the Alex Hertzfield, I might actually, I might fall for it. I might actually be like, well, who else is spending all of this absurd amount of money to be picking up these stupid cards? I don't know. I don't think the Gizmech's worth it. I'm just saying, when you get back to locals here, don't be surprised if you're like 1 or 2 people in the room that have Eldritch or an Emancipator or anything from Eternity Code. at that point. Guys, please leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and well, guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out mcolegames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.